find that certain, you know, you said you've done all kinds of advertising, marketing in different regards. You have your logo, you know, on everything you do, and have your name out there, which is great branding. Do you find that certain venues do better for certain types of things? You know, does maybe a print advertising work better if you're promoting a sale or something, or does something work better if you're, you know, just trying to get customers in?
Right.
I think if we're trying to market towards our existing customers, we found that using our own newsletters,
Direct
and
mailing to our mailing list, that works if you're having an event. Now, if you're going to the larger community and you want to attract the people who don't know about your business, that's where the radio and TV plays. For instance, there's a magazine here called Cary Living Magazine and Wake Magazine, or local magazines. That's great for attracting new business. So what we do is we take existing customers, if we're going to have a sale that really would, like a upholstery sale with Johnston Benchwork, and it's our existing customers who are going to carry that sale. We'll send a direct mailing to them, both through the U.S. mail as well as email. And if we're trying to stimulate business and get people in for our anniversary celebration in July, what we'll do is we're really looking to have that celebration bring in new customers. Then we'll do something in a statewide magazine like our state with almost 1 million distribution, and we'll do the radio. And so you do try to target your advertising medium to what you're trying to do. If you're featuring a lighting sale, you do one thing. If you're trying to get new customers, you do another. But you have to kind of see how it fits your particular retail as well and your particular community.
Matt mentioned new customers. We live in an area that's a very transient area, and one of the things we started doing this year is there's actually still a welcome wagon, and it's a new neighbor welcome service, and these people actually show up at the door of the people that move in, and they have a basket and it's goodies and information about the town. Well, we have a brochure that he put together and some information about the store, and come into the store for a little gift. And those hit every new person that moves into the area. They do about 50 a month, just showing up. And I have somebody in every week said, just moved here. Welcome wagon showed up, and I love this downtown.
And the other thing I think is important is know the demographics of your community. For instance, we know that in the Triangle area, and there's a turnover of about 20% annually. But we also know there's a large percentage of people moving in the area. So you're really kind of balancing, trying to replace customers lost. For instance, we now have customers that live as far away as Okinawa, Japan, and London, England. Now, how do we get those customers? They used to live here and work out in Research Triangle Park. They've relocated, and yet they get on the internet and they'll call us or send us an email, and they'll order stuff from us. And that's kind of exciting to say we got customers that far away. And then they are sharing our store to other people, and we've actually shipped stuff to their friends. The internet, I can't tell you how important that is. We turned our new website up on June 7th, and it was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And less than an hour later, we had a lady call from Pittsburgh. She found our website by just a search engine, and she saw something in one of the pictures she wanted to order. About an hour after that, a lady from Baltimore called, and she ordered something. So right away, out of the gate, the website hit us in a positive way. So it's going to cost you a little money. You might spend anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 to put a nice, decent, good professional website up, but it'll pay off many times over as the years go by.
You had mentioned you had mentioned that you have your email list and your customer list and your database. How do you gather those names?
We have a sign-up list in our store, so people come in and they voluntarily sign up to be on the email list, and it's just for our customers. We don't sell the names. We don't, and we reassure them of that. But it's our customers that come into the store.
And you can go on the internet and register through our website.
Right. Okay.
And we also pick up a lot of new names when we have special events, because people bring guests to their special events, their parents or their whatever, and they'll sign up. People, I will say this, they'll give you their mailing address, but they're real tough to give that email address because of so much spam out there.
Right.
But I think you ensure to your customers that you will not give that email address out to anyone but you. You're not going to sell it. You're not going to share it with the store down the street, but you're going to hold on to it. So we have about 12 or 1,300 email addresses right now that are current and active, and about 1,800, we call it snail mail, but the U.S. mail.
Right. So for the year, how many print advertising would you do for a year?
We do something about every month. Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we try to do that every month.
We
And
did,
is
we
it-
did the Country Register. We did the local magazines for
Right.
sure, pretty much
Yeah.
consistently.
So, yeah, we do the country register, that's consistent, and local area magazines. And then we plug in depending if an event's coming up. Because, see, we do something every month. And one of the things that we do that's important is, and it came from our corporate life, we write down our objectives every year. And we've got right here from last year, I guess it's close to, well, about 12 pages of stuff. We have our long-term goals, like we want to expand a business and want to increase sales or do that kind of thing. Then we have more specific objectives, which is we're going to have a spring open house and that type of thing. And what we did is we sat down the other night before we went to market and we said what worked, what didn't work, and we had that. Now I'm in the process, and before this week is out, I'll have our 2008 objectives. And we have several people who work, we call them permanent part-time. I will share these objectives with them and ask them to contribute, because I think it's very important to get the folks that are on your team. As the saying goes, the guy who uses the broom ought to be the one that buys the sweeper. And so we like to get their input because they're very creative. They like to look, and they can also evaluate what we did, as well as give us some good ideas of what we should do going forward.
So you did the print, and then how often do you do a TV ads?
We've done TV ad twice in 2 different occasions.
Right, and it's usually around the holidays.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then radio advertising is about how often?
We've done maybe once or twice a year. We'll do a
Right.
big radio campaign, usually
Right.
around our anniversary or the
Do
holidays.
mid-June through July, and then opening up the fall open house, and what that'll announce our annual yard sale in June and our July month celebration of our anniversary. And then the fall, we'll get TV and radio again, or one or the other. We don't run them simultaneously, as well as the holiday Christmas open house.
Are they spots that you created yourself, that you had a professional do?
They
for
actually
you?
came in. We've provided input,
Right.
and we work with them.
But they'll do it either way. But I think my recommendation to anyone is they're professionals. They did about a 5.5-hour shoot for the TV ad in our store and have the real comprehensive 30-second spot. We were able to tweak it the next year by changing a few things. I suggest not doing it yourself and let the pros do it. It costs you a little extra, but it pays off.
What are some advice or some ideas you can give to other retailers that are maybe struggling with their advertising or their marketing, that they...
There's things you can do to market your store that really don't cost a lot of money. Mac had this idea that we needed to get matches with the store logo on it. So now every time somebody buys a candle,
Right.
they get a pack of matches that has the Rusty Bucket, our name, address, and website.
Stickers on your bags.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that
A
was,
static on your car, $50 on your window where it just says the Rusty Bucket and your website. You could do, you could have pens and pencils, little inexpensive things you can do. Get involved in the community where your name is put out there. For instance, the local high school, we've got involved with the DECA program there, where what we do is volunteer our time. And what do? They put us in their newsletter. They put us in the school paper. There's 2,600 homes represented in the high school here in town, and that newspaper gets sent to the parents to show what's going on in the high school, and they have in there that the Rusty Bucket is serving as mentors for high school students. Doesn't cost you anything but your time, but you get some free PR out of it.
right.
Well, thank you very much for your time. That's all great advice and great tips for other retailers.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy it.
Thank you.